Right now, some call the UW's decision to reinstate Quintez Cephas justice. Others are concerned about the impact on sexual assault survivors.
And a year after historic flooding caused millions of dollars worth of damage in Dane County, we are looking at the changes that have been made to prevent that from happening again.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 10.
Quintez Cephas will return to school at UW-Madison and rejoin the Badger football team after being acquitted of sexual assault charges earlier this month. Today, his lawyer, Steve Meyer, thanked UW Chancellor Rebecca Blank for, quote, doing the right thing, giving Cephas his life back in time to pursue his academic and athletic dreams. UW officials say they didn't have all of the information needed to make a decision until now. Cephas's return has people talking. Madeline O'Neill shares how the community is reacting tonight. Maddie?
Well, Cephas says he has no reason to run from Wisconsin and instead is looking forward to getting back running on the field at Camp Randall. For some, this news is a cause for celebration. For others, it's a cause for concern.
It says justice. That's all we was asking for, was justice.
While away from the football field, Quintez Cephas took refuge in these pews.
It's a place of hope that we ultimately, that's what we provide.
Over the past year, Reverend Dr. Marcus Allen says the football player became a regular here at Mount Zion Baptist Church in Madison, along with some teammates.
He's just been a humble young man.
Allen became an advocate for Cephas throughout the court process, joining the Black Leadership Council of Dane County and writing a letter asking UW-Madison's chancellor to readmit him.
I was excited. I was thankful and grateful.
Not everyone is excited by the chancellor's decision, allowing Cephas to return as a Badger.
It can feel very, very lonely being a survivor and hearing, the crowds roar for somebody who, in your eyes, you see as a perpetrator.
The Rape Crisis Center's executive director, Erin Thornley-Parisi, worries the decision sends a message to students that the campus isn't a safe space for sexual assault survivors.
I'm not going to second guess the chancellor's decision. But I am very aware that there are going to be people on campus who are going to be hurt and survivors who are going to say there's just no point in ever telling.
Cephas's attorneys say the jury's verdict should put those concerns to rest.
Time to stop. He's an innocent man. Treat him like that.
But Thornley-Parisi says it's been a complex issue from the start, noting that only about 2% of sexual assault offenders end up behind bars.
Until we start improving our criminal justice system for survivors of sexual assault and improving our criminal justice system for Black people, there's going to be pain.
I don't want communities going against each other at all, because it's not that. It's right is right.
Allen looks forward to seeing Cephas back on the field and back in these pews.
I know he'll be here.
The chair of PAVE, a victim empowerment group on campus, tells us today she's displeased but not surprised by the university's decision. The Rape Crisis Center's message today is it's here for survivors. We'll have the 24/7 hotline number on our website.
All right, Maddie, thank you so much. We now know the name of the Racine man shot and killed by Caledonia police officer yesterday. Police say 38-year-old Jared Nelson attacked an officer who was responding to a burglary. Officials say he was armed with a sharp weapon of some sort. Nelson died at the scene. The injured officer was taken to the hospital with a head wound and has since been released. Governor Tony Evers has requested a federal disaster declaration for 18 Wisconsin counties and 2 tribes recovering from severe storms, tornadoes, and flooding back in July. The severe weather moved across parts of western and northern Wisconsin from July 18th through the 20th. Assessments by FEMA and Wisconsin Emergency Management verified more than $19.5 million in eligible damages. A year later, and officials are making fixes still after the historic flooding that happened in Dane County and adjusting to be ready if another big rainfall event happens. The county implementing a multi-year plan to remove sediment on the Harrow River bottom and also area lakes to improve the water flow. The county purchased more sandbagging machines, a rescue boat, weed cutters, all of it funded by $18 million that was put in the budget for
for flooding this year. And all that flooding happened a year ago tomorrow. We will have team coverage from the hardest hit areas, including Black Earth, Middleton, and Mazomanie. A look at how those communities have recovered in a year's time. That's tomorrow on News 3 Now.
Not to put anyone on edge, there are some thunderstorm chances, though, for tomorrow, but we're looking pretty clear for the rest of the week. Dana Fulton in with your first alert forecast. Dana?
Thankfully, those storm chances that'll be coming through tomorrow not looking severe for us at all, but they may bring some rain, especially along that Illinois state line. Tonight, though, a very calm, quiet sky. Our Doppler track not bringing anything in for the next several hours. We may see those showers creep in early in the morning. We're at about 64 in Madison, 69 in Platteville, and 72 still in Janesville. It's just a little warm outside compared to this time yesterday. We're sitting in a similar spot for most of the area, plus or minus a degree or two. Our dew points, though, in the mid to low 60s for most of southern Wisconsin. So it does feel a little muggy, and as those temperatures fall overnight to close to 60 for overnight lows, we will have some patchy fog again early in the morning. Showers for the southwest corner of the state early, and then a slight chance for showers and thunderstorms throughout southern Wisconsin later in the day. But we'll take a closer look at what comes after the rain in just a few minutes.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, Dana. There is new video tonight of a seaplane crashing into a Michigan lake. Police say it crashed into a cluster of boats on an Upper Straits Lake sandbar over the weekend. According to the sheriff's department there, the pilot miscalculated the landing and hit 3 boats along the way. The pilot was hurt and at least one other boater was taken to the hospital, but there were no serious injuries.
According to the New York Post, Jeffrey Epstein signed a will 2 days before he was found dead due to suicide in a New York federal jail. The multimillionaire was set to go to trial on federal charges of using underage girls in a sex trafficking ring. The will lists about $577 million in assets. His brother Mark appears to be the only heir. The police officer involved in the death of an unarmed black man in New York's Staten Island was fired today. New York City's police commissioner called Eric Garner's death an irreversible tragedy, firing Officer Daniel Pantaleo, who put Garner into a banned chokehold. Pantaleo never faced criminal charges in that case. The Garner family says it will continue fighting for a law in their father's name, making chokeholds illegal in all of New York State.
Planned Parenthood is turning down millions of dollars in federal funding because of a new Trump administration rule that prohibits clinics from referring patients for abortions. The Title X program distributes some $260 million in grants every year to clinics subsidizing birth control and family planning services for an estimated 4 million women across the country. Planned Parenthood said it will continue to fight this in federal court and try to make up the monetary difference through other means. There's a statewide effort happening this week to enroll more families in breastfeeding and nutrition support services. The Department of Health Services announced the Wisconsin Women, Infants, and Children, or WIC program, will be raising awareness at community events and on social media as part of National Breastfeeding Awareness Month. To be eligible for WIC benefits, women have to be pregnant, breastfeeding, or a new mother, must be income eligible, and have a health or nutrition need. For more information and to sign up, you can visit dhs.wisconsin.gov.
A Central Wisconsin 911 call center will soon be able to accept text messages, photos, and videos. Marathon County has been working on that transition to next generation emergency reporting for a couple of years now. It's meant to help people in difficult situations where they can't make a voice call and also help officers better understand exactly what they're responding to. The project is expensive, but the county earmarked funds to make it happen. The upgrades will be in place by early next year, and that technology could soon be available in other counties all across the state, thanks to $3 million in federal grants. The first concrete panels for Foxconn's Racine County facility are officially up. This comes about a year after the Taiwanese company began leveling and clearing an area equivalent to 17 football fields in Mount Pleasant. The facility will manufacture liquid crystal display screens. There are also plans for a research and development center and a town center to support employees of Wisconsin Valley Park. Construction is expected to be complete by the end of 2020.
There's a little more color on a neighborhood grocery store in Madison tonight after the community was invited to help paint a mural at Willie Street Co-op North. The public and co-op employees voted on the theme Good Things Grow Here, which showcases the city's diversity and the people that help the co-op grow. The organization Dane Arts Mural Arts will add a few finishing touches before revealing the final product in October. New at 10, a Dane County woman is asking the community for help getting her wedding ring back. Aubrey Vajova posted on Facebook she thinks this ring fell off her finger outside one of the Sun Prairie Beans and Cream locations. She says the ring belonged to her grandma and great-grandma. She is offering a $5,000 reward, no questions asked, to the person who returns it. We do have her contact information up on channel3000.com.
Well, if your kids are interested in science or math, there is a fun summer opportunity for you happening next week. It's all thanks to this 13-year-old prodigy in Sun Prairie who is hosting a STEM camp. Sarah Gay is the youngest student at UW-Madison. She's actually been taking college courses since she was just 9 years old. Majoring in astrophysics now, she wants to share her knowledge and love of learning with others by providing this camp opportunity for other kids before summer ends.
Well, I don't want to give everything away, but we have like movie studies on various historical people.
And information on how you can sign up for this camp is available on our website, channel3000.com.
Next at 10, a former Badgers football player says there's a reason he survived a heart attack.
A story you'll only see here on News 3 Now, how J.C. Dawkins is making black men's health care a priority in Madison. Stay with us.
Welcome back. Former Badger wide receiver J.C. Dawkins was a member of Barry Alvarez's first recruiting class and won a Rose Bowl.
Yeah, 25 years later, he's helping other men stay in shape after he almost died a year ago. Melissa Kim shares his story.
Just a casual 4th of July holiday for J.C. Dawkins and his family when...
Got out of the car and it hit me. I had the heart attack. For a minute and 39 seconds, my heart had stopped.
And as he was wheeled away at the hospital...
My sons were standing there, and at the time, 16 and 11. And just the look of terror on their faces. And, you know, I live my life for them. So that right there told me I have to make it through this.
Fast forward about a year, JC feels great, minus a little guilt.
How come I'm here? Why do some people not make it through this and I made it through this? There's got to be a reason.
That's where JP Hair Design comes in. A bustling black barbershop on Madison's west side.
We get busy, the chairs get filled, but it's a great flow.
But thanks to owner JP, guys are walking out with more than just a fade.
I love the community. I believe my barbers love the community, and we want to help people.
Nestled by a few chairs, what's now become a safe space, the Men's Health and Education Center. And just around the corner, a place to practice yoga.
Take a deep breath in and exhale out your mouth on your mat.
Some men say, I just need a place where I can just feel welcome. So that's why we opened the doors here.
Aaron Perry, a former college basketball player, was the brains behind it after he overcame his own struggles with diabetes.
I was angry that I allowed myself to get in such poor shape.
But through his own research and a lot of sweat, he's about to tackle his third triathlon.
I'm getting ready to do it again.
Aaron and JC were both customers at JP Hair Design because, well, everyone needs a haircut, and it's a place where you really get to know people.
Someone else would come in limping. People would ask, you know, you're limping really bad. Yeah, I have gout. And we would talk about that. That person get that nice haircut, they walk out the door.
And historically, the black community doesn't have a lot of confidence in healthcare. JC explains.
You talk to a young boy and you say, who's your favorite NFL football team? 9 times out of 10, it's going to be the same team his father likes, because that's how he's been conditioned. Well, if your father has particular feelings about the healthcare community or has trust issues with the healthcare community, which go all the way back to the Tuskegee experiments and things like that, it carries down.
But that tide is slowly changing. With volunteer doctors and nurses at the center, the guys are making the black community in Madison a little healthier.
One lady came in this past Saturday to thank us and get her blood pressure checked again because I believe JC had checked her blood pressure while she was here and it was high, and he recommended she should go see the doctor and found out that, you know, she had high blood pressure.
Reaching men and boys of all ages.
And then come into your first downward dog.
One down dog, one blood pressure screening at a time.
Namaste.
Melissa Kim reporting. Great job, and great job, JC, as well. Let's go to Dana and look at our forecast.
Right now, things are pretty quiet outside, but tomorrow we may be seeing a few showers and thunderstorms come on through. In the morning, there might be some patchy fog yet again. This morning, of course, a really nice sunrise for us. It started off nice and comfortable. Here's a shot of that sunrise from Lodi. Sarah Whipperforth sending us this picture. A gorgeous sunrise this morning. I personally love when there's a little patchy fog, especially it just makes things seem a little more quiet and a nice start to the day. Our Doppler track right now is quiet. Again, no threat for anything coming in for us through the next few hours. But by tomorrow morning, we are going to look at a few shower chances creeping in, especially in the southwest corner of the state. We're at about 64 currently in Madison. Our dew point's also in the low 60s. So as our temperatures drop just a little more, again, patchy fog likely, especially in the lower lying areas. So high pressure's kept us pretty quiet today. Again, we'll stay quiet for the next few hours. But this warm front is going to gradually approach from the southwest. And as it lifts overhead, we're looking at the chance for some showers and thunderstorms early in the morning tomorrow, again, especially in that southwest corner. In the afternoon, it's going to be pretty warm and humid. Our breeze coming right up from the south, and then the cold fronts swing on through, and that's just going to lead to a really pleasant middle and end of the week. Those cold fronts, though, are going to bring a few strong thunderstorms to the northern portion of the state, and then the slight chance for some showers and thunderstorms for the southern half of the state. But by Wednesday morning, we already have that northwest breeze, and we're looking at a mostly sunny sky for Wednesday afternoon. That's going to stay with us through the end of the week. Most of the strong thunderstorms will stay well to the south. Again, later in the day was when we have that slight chance for the southern edge of the state, and by Wednesday, things are nice and clear for us, and will stay that way for Thursday and into Friday. There is an enhanced risk for severe weather in central and parts of northern Illinois. The marginal risk stretches right into that southwest corner. The concern early in the morning, we could see some heavier rainfall at times in parts of Grant County. As far as the marginal risk to the north, those thunderstorms sliding through later in the afternoon could be a little strong at times, again, bringing the threat for some heavier rainfall. May also see some stronger wind gusts later on in the day. Overnight, plan on a mostly clear sky. It's going to be pretty comfortable outside. Temperatures falling to about 60 for our overnight lows. Heading into our Tuesday afternoon, again, the shower chances will start to develop later on in the afternoon with a few isolated showers and thunderstorms starting to bubble on up. Afternoon highs will be close to 80, so plan on a pretty similar day temperature-wise. It's just going to feel a little more humid outside. Heading into Wednesday morning, we have a few lingering clouds, and then in the afternoon, we start to get the sunshine. We have a mostly sunny sky, and that's going to stay with us again for Thursday and Friday. Overnight low of 60 in Madison, mostly clear. That is pretty comfortable and seasonal. Both of our high and low right where we should be for this time in August. Partly sunny tomorrow. It is going to be very muggy, though, with those dew points creeping on up. And the slight shower chance in Madison is going to build in later on in the day. Behind that cold front, though, we're really going to enjoy the rest of the week. It'll be quite pleasant outside, stretching all the way into the weekend. We don't have to worry about another chance for showers to creep in until late on Sunday. We have a chance for rain late Sunday into Monday, and then by the time that system clears on out, we're back into a nice, comfortable stretch with some sunshine for the middle of next week. So, of course, today, very summer-like. Tomorrow, we'll keep a close eye on the radar, but the rest of the week, getting the last few days of summer for a lot of kids before they head back to school, it's going to be a nice stretch.
Yeah, it looks really nice. Get some time outside if you can.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thanks, Dana.
Thanks, Dana. All right, it's going to be a very tough, competitive few weeks for the Milwaukee Brewers. We'll have highlights from St. Louis taking on the Cardinals tonight. That's next in sports.
Wisconsin.
Well, the next few weeks are going to be very competitive in the National League Central, especially for the Brewers. 13 of the Brewers' next 18 games are against either the Cubs or the Cardinals, and it all starts tonight in St. Louis. We pick it up in the fifth. Brew Crew down 1-0. Cardinals will add to that lead with Dexter Fowler. That's an RBI single to the gap. Colton Wong scores, and it's 2-0 Cardinals. Then in the sixth, Paul DeYoung getting a solo shot off of Devin Williams, who came in to relieve Zach Davies. Brewers not able to score anything tonight. They lose 3-0, the final. Well, the wait is finally over for the Badgers and former wide receiver Quintez Cephas. The University of Wisconsin reinstated him as a student this morning, 1 year after he told the football team he had to step away and face criminal charges. Cephas told reporters this afternoon that he heard about his reinstatement while he was on a plane from Macon, Georgia, his hometown, back to Madison this morning. He also said that he is ready to start winning football games and hopes to play this season. And there's nowhere he'd rather be than in a Badgers uniform.
Because of my teammates and my coaches and them doing as much as they could to support me through this whole thing. So I have no reason to run from Wisconsin. I'm just here to continue my education and continue to play football.
The athletic department with its thoughts tonight, stating in part that they're working to figure out Quintez's eligibility before he can officially get back on the field, adding that they take allegations of sexual misconduct very seriously. Athletic Director Barry Alvarez adding that they will continue to educate student athletes on sexual misconduct going forward. Good news for the Packers. Aaron Rodgers officially back on the field after a false alarm yesterday. Rodgers very complimentary of wide receiver Allen Lazard after practice today, as well as Equanimeous St. Brown, saying he's quietly had a really nice and consistent training camp, and he's confident in how his guys will perform this season.
But we've spent a number of practices now from May and June and training camp in July and now in August, running this stuff. You know, I feel very comfortable with it. So if we didn't play, I'd feel great going into week one. If we did, I wouldn't really be worried too much about the results. I mean, if we go down and score a touchdown, it's not going to give me any more confidence than I already have in the scheme. If we go 3 and out, it's not going to dampen any confidence that I have in what we've established so far in the training camp practices.
Not going to give you a fastball.
And the spirit of the kids that play in the Little League World Series is contagious. Yasiel Puig doing his best impression of Venezuela's Davis Ordonez, a very unique batting stance, if you will, trying to make the strike zone just a little bit smaller. Well, it worked for Ordonez. He bunted for a hit, and, well, Puig, he struck out. We'll be right back.
Max to throw a strike right there.
I say
Not a bad stretch here, but a little chance for rain.
A little chance for rain tomorrow. A slight chance for some showers and thunderstorms in the morning for Grant County. Everybody else looking at that slight chance coming through later in the afternoon and evening. Tomorrow is going to be warm and a little muggy. It'll be partly sunny when it's not raining for us later in the day. Now, behind that shower chance, notice the rest of the work week really pleasant outside. Our dew points are going to drop off. Temperatures will be in the mid-70s for afternoon highs. By the weekend, it is going to be just a little warmer, but still very comfortable. We're close to 80 for Saturday and Sunday. Our next chance for some showers will creep in late on Sunday and stay with us into the start of next week for Monday afternoon.
That looks like good high school football weather. Right?
Yeah, can you believe it's here this Friday? First Prep Mania.
I cannot believe that at all.
Looking forward to it. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Now.